Welcome to
Winterfest.
Winterfest.
Well, welcome to day 11 of the 12 days of Winterfest and the last day of the series to preview the beautiful quilts that will be on sale tomorrow, Saturday, December 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. It's been a great ride, and we're going to end this series the same way we started it, with our fearless leader, Pam Fredrickson, and two more of her beautiful quotes. Enjoy, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Please welcome back Pam Fredrickson. Hi, Pam.
Good morning, Susan.
So what have you been working on?
It's behind me. I've had so many ideas for names, including a dog's breakfast, quilt of many colors, but I think I hit on bits and pieces, and that definitely describes what this quilt is. All found objects.
I like it. All right, let's talk about the first quilt today, Gaily Gingham.
This is a quilt that was inspired by a picture on Pinterest. I had a stack of some of your samples. It had a tiny little meandering tone on tone texture to it. And there were exactly as many pieces as there are solid squares in that quilt. It's been 24 different colors of that fabric, 4 by 6. It's always nice when the numbers work out right. I started out with maybe a 6-inch block of each of them. And from every sample, I cut strips and just started putting strips together on alternate squares, white on white, I think. Played with them, slapped them up on the wall and tried to balance the colors, and came out. Then I was trying to figure out what to do for a border, and I auditioned fabric that I would be a good border for the quilt. It was a little too small. So that's Gaily Gingham.
The stripe that you have for the binding couldn't be any more perfect.
And I think that's the one that I found from Turkey, a really wild mishmash of curvy stripes. That's been a nice edging for several quilts.
And it looks like up at the top, I have Cama Beach in the border.
It's always fun when you do that.
Good souvenir of Cama Beach. And then in the back?
It looks like it's navy blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a paisley.
Quilt number 562, Gaily Gingham by Pam Fredrickson. Right, and then we have Masquerade.
Masquerade, which is spelled M-A-S-K, Masquerade, because it is basically leftovers from many of the batik masks that I started making early on. I had all kinds of scraps, and I kind of analyzed what I had left and just started doing a little basic math to make blocks out of the pieces that I had, and that's what became of it. Again, when I threw the pieces on the wall, using the trick of going to monochrome picture on my phone, and can you tell that I put the lightest ones in the center and the darker ones toward the outside, trying to give a little sense of order to.
And it looks like it's a set of two different blocks.
Oh, that's right. It is basically a checkerboard of solid squares, and the others are pieced. There was a small center square, and then just going around it, kind of a miniature log cabin.
Very nice.
Thank you.
I like the stripe that you've chose for the back on this one.
Yes, that's some of the fabric that we got with Days for Girls. Got a really good deal, a massive amount of batik, right?
Which makes really good masks.
It does.
Quilt number 550, Masquerade by Pam Fredrickson. All right, well, this has been quite an adventure. And so what are your thoughts on reflecting of all your years with Cama Beach?
Well, it's been a fun ride. I actually found out through a group associated with the park that works on trails. And it seems that on one of the days that they're working on trails, I was told that there was a group that was making quilts. So I kind of worked out a way of being able to be a member of both groups by alternating weeks. So I found as soon as I got to Camino in early 2004, it was a very small group at that time, maybe about eight 8 to 10 people. And it's been an adventure all along. And then when the park opened, we got our own designated closet in the Cama Center. So the park's been very generous to us, and we've been pretty generous to them too. We've made 680 quilts, I believe, at this point. Original goal was 100. People started asking if they could buy the quilts, and we looked around and said, well, why not? And the park said, why not? And the rest is history. It's a fun place to share ideas, to just get together and get to know other people. It's a very friendly group of self-starters. In the last 2 years, reported on timesheets for 41 volunteers who have taken part in it. It's for the pleasure of working together. We share a lot of quilting tips, and we've gone through a lot of life experiences together. We've made quilts for those of us who have lost a spouse. That's the quilt you don't ever want to get, but it's always made and presented with love by the group. And if you've been following things, you've noticed that everybody talks about Camano Island with a smile on their face. It's truly a magical place.
All right, Pam, thanks so much for visiting with us. It's been a pleasure.
Well, it's been the pleasure of all of the Cama Beach quilters.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, wasn't that a great way to end the series? And I'm so proud of all these amazing quilters and the work that they do every year. So please show your support and join us tomorrow, Saturday, December 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific time on the Cama Beach Quilters Facebook page. Bye for now.